All right, so um, fight just happened, right? Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. Just got done watching the fight a second time, and see, I was gonna wait until tomorrow to do like a reaction video to the whole entire thing, but I feel like it'll be better for me to just do it right now that it is still fresh, because there's just no way I'm gonna be able to get some sleep tonight. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get some sleep tonight. That was insane. So where do I even begin? So for those of you that showed up to the fight companion, first of all, thanks a bunch for being there. You guys were amazing. It definitely made watching the fight a lot more interesting. So going into the fight, Connor versus Dustin Poirier. I think a vast majority of people, including myself, there was a belief that this was going to be a boxing match, right? Um, the theory going has been that Connor and Dustin Poirier are two of the best boxers in the lightweight division. And when you couple that with the fact that Max Holloway just put on an incredible performance against Calvin Kattar, and he's talking about how he's the best boxer in the UFC, there's this theme of boxing surrounding Conor McGregor. He's about to box Manny Pacquiao. He's been working heavily on his boxing. Dustin Poirier is an incredible boxer. So there was a huge focus on boxing coming into this one. And a lot of us thought that going into this, even though it is a mixed martial arts fight, it was going to be very boxing heavy. Now, before the fight happened on Twitter, Romero had asked me, what do I believe is going to be the shot that Dustin is going to have the most success with? And I told him leg kicks. Why did I say leg kicks? Because it's pretty obvious. In the first fight, the shots that he had the most success with against Conor McGregor were leg kicks. But of course, he stopped throwing the leg kicks, and Conor was able to get him out of there pretty early in that first fight. And so I figured in the rematch, if there's going to be a shot that's going to be able to disrupt every single thing that Conor is trying to do, everything is done off that lead leg, especially if you're coming in with a boxing stance. The way you're standing, he's low to the ground, he's planting that lead leg and firing off his cross, firing off the jab. And once that lead leg is taken away, it's kind of like a table, right? You take away one leg, the whole entire structure becomes extremely unstable. And the power also goes with it. Everything goes with it. And so coming into the fight, man, first of all, major surprise in round number one. Major surprise at Dustin Poirier shooting a takedown in the center of the octagon, driving and actually getting it. And I think that also took Conor by surprise, because he thought that this is going to be a straight up boxing match. We're gonna come out and we're gonna throw a ladder, and we're gonna see who's going to be the better boxer in there. So when Dustin level changed, took him down, you could see him go, okay, so I guess we're gonna grapple now. Which of course he was able to, get into that grapple mode. They exchanged quite a bit on the cage, exchanging shoulders. And right there against the cage, I feel like that's where you really get to see the difference in Dustin Poirier. Now, there is a clear difference in his durability, also when it comes to his fighting skills. But the biggest difference that you will notice is that in this fight, Dustin was actually having fun. He's talking to Conor McGregor, he's taunting him, he's firing back shoulder strikes at him, and I don't know what he was saying to him, but he was saying something to him as he was doing that. Overall, his mentality, there's a clear mental switch in this fight that he didn't have in the first one, and it allowed him to be so much more comfortable in there. And of course, when you're comfortable, you're able to see the shots better, your defense is better, you're able to think clearly. The decisions you make in the octagon are sound, as opposed to being erratic and panicky and neurotic. And so he was extremely calm in there. They exchange clinch attempts, shoulders, they separate, and Dustin gets right back to landing leg kicks. Now, in round number one, Conor was sharp as hell. He really, really was. Now, I understand that he lost this fight, but I feel like everybody just needs to go back and rewatch it just to see how sharp this man was in round number one. It was incredible to see, especially because of who he was doing it against. The head movement was on point, the counters was on point, and the only issue was that he was taking calf kicks. And of course, I would have given round number one to Conor McGregor. I don't know how you guys scored it, but I thought Conor was able to. I thought he won that first round just on the strikes he was able to land. I believe at one point he was able to wobble Dustin Poirier. Anyways, round number two is where everything starts to go downhill. Dustin is able to fire off more of those low calf kicks, man. Which, the more he threw them, which of course you can't check. How do you check it? How do you check that kick? The way you check a kick, of course, is you turn your feet, you turn your foot, you lift it up, present your shin, they bang it on your shin. And it works that way because the regular leg kick is designed to land on your thigh. So when you lift up the knee, you present the shin, it lands perfectly. But you can't do that. You cannot do that with a calf kick. You can't do that. Because the opponent is targeting a very low part of your, almost very close to your ankle. You lift that up, it destabilizes you, it trips you. You plant on it heavy, you put weight on it, you're still taking that shot in a part of your leg that is not designed to take those shots. Even if you're trying to turn the leg even at an angle to present your shin, that's still very low on your legs. It's not higher, close to the knee, where the shin bone is tougher. Just everything about that kick is so freaking hard to deal with. As I think about it, like the only way to deal with that kind of kick is to just pull the leg away as the kick is coming, pull the leg, have it whiff. And Conor tried to do that a few times, but it's so difficult to do that, because it could go to the body, it could fake a leg kick and go to your head. It's not conducive to try to pull the leg away every single time a kick is coming, especially when you're trying to implement the kind of pressure style that Conor tries to do. And so, of course, he keeps taking these leg kicks. He can't check it. There's nothing he can do about it. After a while, he tried to catch it, which is not bad. Of course, it leaves him open to the head kick, which I'm pretty sure Dustin Poirier would have eventually went to if Conor just kept trying to catch it. So he tried to catch it. He was able to catch a few of them. He catches it, fires off across down the middle. But, of course, that's really not enough. But out of everything that Dustin did in this fight, the leg kicks, his boxing, his counters, I think the most overlooked thing that he did, which I believe was a huge, huge part of his success in this fight, is where he was circling. I don't know if you guys remember in the first fight. See, here's the thing. Conor McGregor generally likes his opponents to circle to his right. He's a southpaw. He wants you to circle that way because then he can line up his cross down the middle as you're going in that direction. But here's the thing. He likes that when he's facing a conventional stance fighter, an orthodox fighter, not a southpaw. If you're a southpaw, it's a lot better for Conor if you're moving in this direction, if you're moving to his left side. Because if you're moving to his left side, then he can fire off his absolute meanest, baddest weapon against a southpaw, which is the left hook. Now, I told you guys, those of you that were in the Fight Companion watching, the first strike Conor is going to throw will be the left hook. And that is what he did. Fight started off, and Conor walked up to him and fired off a left hook. There's a very good reason for that. The reason for that is because of the way Dustin Poirier blocks. But Dustin also amended that. He didn't block this way anymore. He went this way. He went this way, and he kept the arm up like this. Now, when he's blocking like this, answering the phone, there's a space in between right there that Conor is able to slip in that left hook. So if he's moving to Conor's left and blocking this way as Conor is trying to fire off a shot at him, Conor can slip it in that little opening right there. And that's what Conor was doing in fight number one. He was doing that really, really well. But Dustin made a huge, a subtle adjustment of moving to Conor McGregor's right hand. Now, as he's moving to that right side, that forced Conor to throw the cross at him. And the cross is not a very effective weapon in Conor McGregor's hands against a southpaw, especially when they're turtling. He does a much better job with the left hook. And so Dustin took away the left hook by moving in a different direction that he moved in the first fight. And then while also moving in that direction, he's setting up that lead, that calf kick to the lead leg. So because Conor is gonna have to keep moving, that he's gonna have to keep moving to his right to follow Dustin. And as he's moving to his right to follow Dustin, Dustin is firing off that rear leg kick to the calf over and over again. It was just a brilliant adjustment, a subtle adjustment, but an brilliant. And that was the beginning of the end. Of course, when you shatter a man's calf like that, man, it's only a matter of time before the head opens up. And that's what Dustin was able to do. Shattered the man. I mean, Conor was so destabilized. He had no base anymore. Dustin was able to hurt him. I believe he was able to hurt him with a check hook, which he was doing very well with. Hurt him with a check hook, and then just flurried. It was an insane flurry. Flurried. Conor was doing a good job, slipping a few shots here and there, and then I believe he went to duck. He went to duck a hook. He got caught with a beautiful right hook on the nose, which sat him down against the cage. Dustin lands a few shots on the ground and gets him out of there. Stops Conor McGregor by TKO in round number 2. I mean, what can you say, man? What can you say except that was absolutely incredible? Because as I was thinking about the fight, it's like that's the crazy thing about MMA. It like every single time that I do a fight prediction, it's like I try to make educated guesses, right? It's like I take a look at, okay, this is what this fighter is good at. This is what this fighter is not good at. What is most likely going to happen, right? That's your educated guess. Of course, you don't actually know because you're not freaking psychic. Everything is all educated guesses. Every single thing to me pointed that the left hook was going to be the money shot. And Conor and his team, they also thought that. Which just tells you, it's like, regardless of how you think a fight is going to go, MMA has proven so many times over and over and over again that there's so many facets to it. It's so complex that a lot of times what you think is an educated guess gets flipped completely upside down. Nothing you think is going to happen even happens, and so your prediction just gets trashed completely. Like if anyone would have told me Dustin was going to circle that way, I would have said he's not. Because he's always going in that direction. He's always going to the left. I mean, he's always circling to his right. So watching him circle to his left was like, oh my God. Oh my God. He's doing it. And then the leg kicks, I did think, okay, if there's going to be a weapon that's going to be really, really huge for Dustin, it will be the leg kicks. But I didn't think he was actually going to try to freaking leg kick Conor McGregor all fight long. You know what I mean? It's like a part of your brain goes, oh, Dustin's going to shoot a takedown and get this guy to the ground. But then you go, no. They've been talking about boxing this whole time. It's most likely going to be a boxing match. Nope. Dustin goes out there and takes him down. So it's like MMA is so stressful when your favorite fighters are fighting. I mean, Conor right now is top 5 my favorite fighter. Like he's in my top 5. So I need you to understand this stings. This hurts. As a fan, as someone who's a big fan of Conor, watching him get stopped like this freaking sucks. It really, really freaking sucks. And it's looking like 2021 is not going to be a good year to me. It's looking like 2021 is not going to be a good year to me because John is most likely going to end up fighting either Stipe or Ngannou. And knowing my luck, it's probably going to be Ngannou. And then I'm going to have to watch John Jones get KO'd. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm just going to prepare my heart for heartbreak this 2021. Like, because my favorites might go down. One of them already has. I mean, Conor just got slept, And anyways, while we're sad for Conor, it's also important to acknowledge the brilliance of what Dustin did, which is what I just did in this video. The adjustments he made, both mentally and technically, tactically in the fight, it's incredible. Great game plan, sticking to it, showing up confident, knowing that he could do it, and getting it done. Getting it done the way it's just amazing, man. It's absolutely incredible. And what about Michael Chandler? Michael Chandler versus Dan Hooker. Again, Something about circling. Dan Hooker circling the correct direction. Michael Chandler is known for his overhand right. That overhand right that he gets, he's got a powerful overhand right. So, hey, what do? Just don't circle into the overhand right. Circle to the outside of it. Keep going to your right. Keep circling. And he's like, okay, I'm safe. He's throwing leg kicks. He's good. And what does Michael Chandler do? Goes for a freaking cross to the body and lands a left hook. Oh, we're so worried about the overhand right. He lands a left hook and sits him down. That's MMA for you. That's mixed martial arts for you. MMA is like the biggest misdirection ever. Hey, watch right here. Watch this hand. You don't know what this one's doing. Keep watching this hand, and I'm gonna pick your pocket with my left one. And while you're watching this, I'm gonna do something completely crazy that you didn't expect and get you. It's incredible. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, man. Amazing. So, congratulations to Dustin Poirier. Major congratulations to Michael Chandler. Both of them got it done. Very unlikely. I mean, a vast majority of us picked Dan Hooker and Conor. But they got, oh my God, man. How many people just won thousands of dollars right now? How many people? Crazy. Anyways, that is it. I am going to get out of here. I'm going to go try and see if I can get some sleep. Very unlikely. It's probably not going to happen. I'm going to be rewatching that fight for quite a bit. And I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Tomorrow, the video I'm going to try to make is sticking with boxing. I'm gonna do a breakdown of the Esports Boxing Club new video that was dropped. I believe it was yesterday. They went over the character creation. I'm gonna do a video on that, and we'll talk about it. But man, that is it. Thank you for watching, folks. Leave a like if you enjoy this one. Thank you to everybody that showed up to the Fight Companion. It got hostile a little bit to the end, but goddamn, bro, I was a little bit emotional, so forgive me on that one. My bad. And hope you guys show up again to the Fight Companion for the next one. To everyone that donated, I really appreciate that as well. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.